19 years old, is a high school graduate. He works at Doge. He has access to U.S. government systems. His professional and online history call into question whether he would even pass a background check typically required to obtain security clearances. Security experts tell Wired he runs something called Tesla.sexy, which operates a Russian website. He worked at a startup that hired convicted hackers. Someone using his Telegram handle solicited a cyber attack. And on his LinkedIn, and I apologize to the Saints out there, and we know a lot of the Saints listen to the show, he called himself Big, B-A-L-L-S. I won't say the whole word, so I won't be vulgar. That's what he calls himself. So Big, B-A-L-L-S, has all of our Social Security data and maybe downloaded it, maybe didn't share it, maybe did. Your thoughts?
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box, provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting at more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and When the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And then also, of course, in the first quarter of 2025, we always get a correction. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten, and more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, as I'm doing this video, we have Bitcoin and crypto moving up slightly. We have options today. And right now, we have stocks down as I'm doing this video. And we have the jobs report out, because the jobs report, again, coming in strong, even though we know it's manipulated. This is going to allow the Fed to pause, because we know inflation is still here. So we're going to clearly see yield rates start to creep back up like I told you. And again, I want to thank those who keep hitting the Cash App for King. It's still ringing. And remember, guys, we're partying all weekend. Now, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates right now moving up. We also have the dollar moving up. We have volume in crypto up, and we have Tether in USDC, and we have another $250 million in USDC minted at the Treasury of Circle on Solana. And we know these stable coins keep the Fed in control. And on top of it, they're buying U.S. Treasuries. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed repo. Yesterday was at $79 billion. Make sure you're pulling this on a daily basis during the week. We're going to see how low this thing can actually go. And we know the Fed wants to keep rates high for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution. And we have Fed Wallace says he supports the adoption of regulated stablecoins. Says it'll help the U.S. dollar remain a reserve currency. But guys, look at all the countries that are moving away from the dollar. And that's what will stop it from being the world reserve currency. The only thing you have to do is look at the Belt and Road. And we know the dollar has definitely been weaponized. And by moving over to digital currencies, that ends. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, Blackrock, Fidelity, and Grayscale Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs right now are up as I'm doing this video. And we have 21 shares. Bitwise, Canary Capital, and Wisdom Tree have filed for an XRP ETF. And this is going to be interesting because there's clearly a law that states XRP is a security for institutional investment. So we'll see how they try to twist this one. And then we have Fidelity sells 1,075 Bitcoin worth $104 million. Now remember, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the inflows and the outflows. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have Shiba Inu partners with the UAE Ministry of Energy boosting Shiba appeal, using its blockchain applications and various public sector services. And we're seeing the real world use cases for these digital assets, and it's only going to speed up. And then lastly, we have Blackrock boosts his stake in Microstrategy to 5%. And like I told you, when you see Microstrategy, you should see Morgan Stanley and Blackrock. Because remember, Michael Saylor stated that Bitcoin could stand no chance. And then all of a sudden, he wrote a letter about the C word and then became the spokesperson. You can't make this stuff up. But what is a crypto teacher? Follow the money. Even though this is not going to end well, right now, you have to follow the money. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows, when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Xrp, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate. Not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.